What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are back in the garage on our 1968 Charger rescue video. Today is a pretty big day. It's going to be a lot of cutting, a lot of welding, a lot of grinding. So we are actually working on the floor pan of this car, plus some additional structure support items, and we'll get into that once we start cutting it up. But basically, quick rundown. What we're going to do today is cut out the old floor because, as you can see, it's pretty rusty. It's pretty tore up, especially on the driver's side. We're going to see how bad our frame rails are. That side doesn't look too bad from what I can see. I can't really see on the inside of this one, but underneath it looks okay. And then our torsion bar cross member is pretty hashed up. So you can see here, all this is gone, completely gone. And then I believe there's holes on the other side as well. The front side doesn't look so bad, but you can see all that's missing. And like I was saying, the frame rail from the bottom side isn't terrible. I might have to patch a little bit here and there, but overall it's in pretty good condition. So I think we'll be able to save that, if not put a couple patch panels on it. So plan of attack, we're gonna get the floor pan, the forward floor pan, because there's a two-piece to this car. We're gonna get that out, get everything cleaned up, see how bad the rust is underneath. Hopefully the rocker panels are in good condition. Same thing with the forward frame rails. We'll replace what we need to do, and we'll get the torsion bar cross member mocked up, get it installed, and then we'll go ahead and throw the new pan in there. That way we can get some brand new sheet metal and work our way from the front to the back of the car. A few hours in, and we got most of it pretty much drilled out. We got the the aft section of the floorboard pretty much all loose. All the welds that were connecting up here, I just cut those out. We'll have to take the inner skin out of there. Not a big deal. We got floor supports here, and both on the other side. I have not touched anything on the cross member because I do plan on basically just chopping that out with a Sawzall. I'll probably just cut it in front of this frame rail, and I'll just cut it here and cut it there and drop the whole thing. I haven't really figured that out yet, but yeah. As you see, I kind of ground down all of the spot welds. It's easier to see. And then I go ahead and take a pilot drill, kind of drill a little bit into it. And then I'll use my countersink bit or my spot weld bit to cut around it. So you can go through on a couple areas, or I did go through in a couple areas. So when you drill these out, better just to take your time. And you can always go back and drill out. You don't have to get it all on the first try. So that's my mistake for just trying to get it done. But yeah, making good progress, and we'll keep it up. Forward section all torn out, so I got to clean up the cross member area. We are replacing this, so I might just cut it off here and in the center, and then clean up the original frame that we will be using. However, yeah, it wasn't so bad. It was just kind of time consuming. Like I mentioned earlier about, taking my time in certain areas. So I definitely took my time over there. Had to get some more drill bits because mine were just wasted trying to drill out all of these holes. And all of these holes will be welded up. We'll actually use these as our new plug weld holes for the new floor pan. So it's another hot, sweaty day here in Florida. So, all right, so we got most of the metal cut away. I'm not really going to be concerned about this because, like I said, we're replacing the entire torsion bar cross member. As you can see, it's pretty tore up. I mean, it's mostly gone. So we could graft in a new piece with the one I have, but since it's only a couple spot welds on either side, and we'll have to redo the frame connection piece anyway, might as well just replace it. So I would like to use all the factory metal I can. Like these floor supports are actually in pretty damn good condition. There's really no rust holes in them. They just need to be cleaned up, and we'll go through them. But yeah, this will get replaced. The connecting pieces here, this little square piece, I'll cut that out, and we'll make a new piece for that. And then same thing with this side. It's not as bad, but we'll go probably up to this line and just replace it. 2 spots. We got 1 spot there on the rocker panel, so that's pushed through, but it's still pretty, you know, solid. It's not not crusty or not rusting away or not pushing through as I thought it would be. And then we got a hole there. So another reason why we're gonna take this off and replace it. This side's pretty bad. I mean, it's like gone. So interesting, but yeah, everything else underneath, like the forward torque box area, it's in good shape. Same thing on the driver's side, not bad at all. And yeah, firewall, immaculate condition. It's kind of a shame because I'm gonna have to fill all these holes in essentially. So either way, keep plugging along. Just like that, no more torsion bar cross member. I did go ahead and just tack welded this bar stock across the 2 frame rails. Probably overkill, probably don't need to do it, but just makes me feel a little bit better. They are pretty thin, like you can hear that, you can kind of compress them. So again, that's just for a little bit of reassurance. But next step is to address all of the damage that I caused taking all this out. So that's really the only way. Well, I shouldn't say it's the only way. That is the most efficient way to take them out without spending a whole bunch of time drilling through that thick metal. So yesterday, after we got everything cleaned up, I went back and welded up all of the holes that I made, any type of gouges, stuff like that. Kind of level out the surfaces, make sure everything was nice and sturdy and structurally sound. So there are a couple spots that we're gonna have to cut out and make some patch panels before we proceed. And I'll go ahead and show you guys what we got going on. So we have one panel there, and I need to get all the media blast out of there because that's all full. But like you can see, I just went ahead, welded everything up that I could, and just ground it back down, which took some time. We do have a spot on the floor support. So this is actually the only one that has any type of damage. That's a hole that I'll plug weld from the bottom. But we're gonna make a new piece for that since we're here on top, and new piece for that. This is where the old cross member was. I did induce most of this damage. However, I knew that it was damaged underneath. You guys can kind of see it. It's kind of crinkled right here. So I'm actually wanted to cut this out anyway. That way I can reform this bottom piece, hopefully straighten it back out. We got a little area up there that I was not able to weld. Well, I didn't even attempt to because it's pretty blown out. So we'll have to remake a little piece for there. Let's see, the frame area right here, that's gonna be a tricky one, only because this is gonna get welded, but I don't know if that metal is good enough to weld on. So I might actually have to cut this off, and instead of like cutting a whole section out, what I'll do is I'll just cut it flush with the frame rail going forward, and then I'll make a L-shaped panel, and then I'll plug weld it on the back side of the frame. That way it still sticks out to the same measurement, but at least it's on the inside, and I don't have to worry about, you know, butt welding anything, and it'll be a little bit stronger actually. So we do have to remake these panels. They go about to right here, so we'll have to remake those, whatever they're for. They're like little cover panels, maybe for some rigidity reasons, but same thing on this side. And then this will be the biggest one. And like I said, it's like someone jacked the car up here or something, because this side's all deformed too. So we'll cut this out, make it nice and flat, and reform this, and then put some new metal in there. So overall, everything came out pretty well yesterday. We'll have to cut and do the same thing with the rear floor pan. I still haven't cleaned this up at all, but that'll be pretty easy because we can get the floor pan in and actually start making our new pieces to, you know, make it look whole again. So some of it's a little jagged, some of it's a little beat up. I try to take, you know, my time to do so, but some areas you just can't avoid. So plenty of work today. The goal is to get all the welding done, as in all the patch panels done, basically get the cross member ready for install. And then once we're to that point, I'm probably gonna have to mock up the front suspension to make sure the torsion bars actually fit. However, we are going to be doing a QA1 front suspension on this car, or the RMS front suspension, one of the two. Either way, it'll be a coilover. It'll get rid of the torsion bars altogether. However, I still want them to be functional. I want the car to be 100% how it should be. That way, if I don't decide to do it, or if I decide to put the factory suspension up front for the meantime to get it kind of running and driving, then I have the option to do so. So I don't want to put myself in a corner where I can't do anything, or I have to get the QA1 stuff to start, getting the car as a roller. So yeah, lots of work ahead of us today. It's gonna be a pretty hot, sweaty day again. A lot of grinding, a lot of metal, a lot of sparks, so let's get to it. Guys, quick update. We got all of our patch panels welded in and ready for our cross member. We got the upper or the forward frame rail. We got this ear fixed up, and we got our support plates or cover plates for the frames as well. Went ahead and put a coat of Steel-It on the back of that. Weld through primer, ready to burn it in. Same thing with this side. Inner frame rails have been coated, so we are good to go. Patch panel there is done. Patch panel there is done. And let's see, the one right here, was like in this area, is done. Same thing with the floor support. We did a little patch here because there's just a blowout hole. So yeah, so went ahead and prepped everything. Got it all metal prepped and coated with POR 15. So that's the inner frame rails as well. And yeah, good stuff. Really like the quality of this stuff. Never had any issues with it over the years that I've been using it. And if it can withstand this Florida heat and humidity, I'm sure it'll be fine everywhere else. So once we get the cross member installed, we're gonna have to go back and clean all of the frame rails up, all of the support panels, clean up all these edges and get some of the loose material off, get everything primed up, and get the floor pan finally fit and installed. Well, it took a little bit longer than I anticipated, but we got the torsion bar cross member burned in, got the front suspension mocked up so we can put the torsion bars in there for good alignment to make sure everything was square before we welded in the torsion bar cross member. So took a little bit of finagling, had to put some jack stands in certain areas to not put too much load on the forward frame rails, because they're only really supported in this area with this bracket in there. So without the torsion bar cross member, it's just kind of hanging. So if you jack the front up, it's going to lift these up or actually push them back down. Or if you put too much weight on the body itself, they kind of want to sag. So these are unibody cars, so everything is kind of very structural, but as you can see, torsion bar cross member is burned in. Probably went a little bit heavy on the MIG welds, but you know what? We're here, might as well make it strong as we can. And yeah, so I mean, can't get much better fitment than this, right? So the torsion bar cross member is in the lower control arm and obviously the cross member. So again, took a little bit of finagling to get these just perfect, but again, I don't think I could have gotten it much more better than that. So both torsion bars move freely. The lower control arms are in the spots where they need to be. The K members lined up and aligned. So again, just took a little bit extra time, but that extra time will hopefully save us some struggle and hassle with putting the front end of the car, the fenders, the doors, things like that. So again, you got to get everything lined up as best you can in this stage, especially so when you go to put fenders on, you don't have to put 1/2 inches of shims here and there, or maybe you do. It just kind of depends on the body. All right, quick update, everybody. We got the torsion bar cross member all burned in. We got all of our welds ground down. Some of them on the underside are ground down, but once we get the car on a rotisserie, we'll go ahead and clean everything up more. But I'm pretty pleased with how it fits. It's solid, kind of big piece of the puzzle to get these floor pans in. I did prep all of our rocker panel area, got it all metal treated, and then went ahead and it's hard to tell, but I have some zinc primer here for a weld through. This is all weld through primer, but over in this area and on the base of the rockers, this is all self-etching primer with the zinc on top. So we are ready to weld as soon as we get the floor pan fitted. So she's sitting pretty over there. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this area a little bit more. I'm scraping some undercoating off and cutting out some of the damage that I'm just gonna fill with a different panel. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get everything fitted. It's gonna be a little bit of a difficult task. It's a pretty big piece and it's kind of cumbersome to get in and out of the car. So I'm gonna do my best, and let's make some good progress today. All right, we got the floor pan all fitted up and we got all of our holes punched out and drilled out for the cross member and floor supports. So we're gonna go ahead and clean this up, both sides of the holes, go ahead and put a couple coats of our weld-through primer. I'm going to go back through the car as well, clean up all of our self-tapper holes, and probably just put another secondary coat, or actually a third coat, of our weld-through primer in those areas as well. So fit pretty well. Had to struggle with it a little bit just because it's a big piece, and trying to get it to line up on the front by myself was pretty difficult. However, got it done, got it made to work, and now we're just going to prep it. We're going to get this thing installed today and hopefully burn it in. So today's a big day. Don't get to see any more of the floor structure for the past couple weeks that I have been. But yeah, just take your time, do things right the first time. That way there's no issues going back behind us. So yeah, let's get to it. Another busy day ahead of us. All right, floor pan is in the car. We got a little bit more massaging to do, kind of push down on this panel here. We got our seat brackets, our floor supports all lined up, ready to go. I did misdrill a couple holes, but I can still get some weld on there, so not a big deal. But yeah, just trying to get everything sucked down. I still need to put some vice grips along the front edge of the car, but otherwise it's actually pretty smooth. Pretty good transition right there without the vice grips. And then this area, I do have the jack underneath the car holding the center of the floor pan up, so when I push this down, I'll be able to weld this guy up. But yeah, everything looks pretty good. Pretty happy with how it came out. One thing I will say is you gotta look out for these corners. It might be hard to see them, see if I can zoom in. Yeah, see on that side, it's a little bit past, so what I need to do is actually open that up, grind it back, and just get it back to where it's flush with the existing panel. That way it fits way better. But other than that, I'm still pretty happy with how it fit. And yeah, soon we'll be burning this thing in. So ready to get to welding, and then the dirty part, grinding everything back down. Floor pans are done. All of our welds are dressed out. We just put our 2 coats of acid etch primer on all of our spots. We got the forward areas of the floorboards welded, which is this seam right here. So got all of those welded up, dressed them out very nicely. So minimal body work will have to be done on that area, which is always nice. However, yeah, floor pan's done. Very lengthy process, very time consuming, but took my time, did it right, got it where I needed to fit the best I can, and it shows in the final result. So I'm very pleased, very happy with how it came out, even if it took a couple weeks to do so. So it's kind of the moral of the story. Just take your time, do it right, do it once, and move on. Now that the floor pans are done, we can go ahead and move on to another project, probably be tackling the shock towers here soon. But anyway, that's going to wrap up the floor pan video, you guys. I hope you learned something. Go ahead and drop us a comment down below, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Like always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. We'll see you in the next episode.